Hey guys, my name is PJ. I'm here with my brother slash co-host,
What's good, y'all? I'm Jacob.
and welcome to the Hooper Soul podcast. We're gonna talk about a lot of basketball, especially with the season and Hooper Soul. So we're gonna talk about some shoes too, maybe. But I'm just kidding. We are, but for sure we're gonna talk mostly about basketball because that's our soul. Hooping, I'm gonna say for me, for shoes wise, one of my favorite shoes of all time is the Jordan 10s. Because on the bottom of the sole, it lists all of MJ's accomplishments from rookie season to '93. And '94 is beyond, but shoot, we saw what happened. We got nice shoes like the Flu Games. We got the Space Jams, even though he wore it in the Space Jam,
Yo,
and he won 3 rings after that. So amazing career.
yeah, that's fire. My answer, I'm not the biggest sneakerhead. I'm not super well versed in the shoes, but there's a certain pair, there's a brand, I guess, that I'll always remember because growing up, I played basketball. My family couldn't get Jordans, so they had to give me the next best thing. So I got some Shaqs. I was a little
The
Filipino boy rocking some Shaqs in the youth league. So for me, that's probably my favorite shoe, just because of what that meant for me. Uh, Not the biggest sneakerhead, but I do know balls, so that's what I'm here for.
How many points did you score in that league?
Shit, I had like 2 free throws. Shit was crazy, bro. I was locking down, bro. I was playing defense like no one's business. Nobody shot on me.
Who could you say that you were? Like, let's say, NBA player. Do you think you're like Andre Robertson?
I was that was definitely
Robertson?
I was definitely Andre Oberson. I was Tony Allen. I was Dylan Brooks. I was all that except I was Spudweb out there. I was Muggsy Bogues.
Did
I was Muggsy Bogues out there, short as hell. But god damn it, I tried. Right, I hit two free
you
throws,
guys
bro.
ever like? Did you guys ever win that league? Or were you top
Uh,
three?
I don't even know if there was playoffs in that youth league, but I think we won some games. We won some
That's
games.
good.
We were an ass.
Well, today we're gonna talk about NBA trades, how we feel about the season, what our predictions are so far, and the All Star games that is coming up.
Or what are we kicking it off with? Is there a certain team you want to start with in terms of maybe a team that you early in the season you predicted correctly to be where they are, or one that you maybe
Oh,
you whiffed pretty heavily on? Which one you want to start with?
I was gonna start with what's your favorite teams in the
Okay,
NBA.
I'll talk it
Well, I
out.
mean, I know your favorite team. Mention it out. They're number two right now.
Hey, shout out to the Bucks, man. Bucks and six. You know what it is, man. Hey, that's what we do.
Bucks and six.
It's always Bucks and six, bro.
I mean, they could be another championship team.
I mean,
Who knows?
I'm not optimistic, but to be honest, anything is possible. That's how it's always
But
gonna
to be
be.
honest, it is anything is possible.
He is that good. Anything's possible. Now your team, I don't know if
My
anything's
team,
possible.
so it's crazy. I mean,
It might be over.
maybe. I mean, for me, I grew up a Lakers fan because of my family,
Same.
but I got into basketball because of Derrick Rose. Man,
Whew.
he was him. I like the Bulls a lot, and I still follow them to this day. But it's like not a lot of things is going great for them so well. But like
Yeah.
when Anthony Edwards got drafted the same time as LaMelo Ball, I started watching the Hornets and the Timberwolves a lot. Like those are my teams that I would like to say is my favorite. I'm not
Mm.
bandwagoning them because bandwagoning is like, oh, people saying they like the Warriors when they got KD or they won those other chips, blah blah blah.
Right.
But nah, I liked Anthony Edwards coming out. I didn't think that was a good player, blah blah blah, all that, this and that. But like right now, I have a different mindset on that team.
I remember, a year ago, you thought they would be this
It's
good a
true.
year ago, 2 years ago.
No, yeah, Yeah, we did it 2022. By the way, this is a new podcast coming from the last one. Our last one was called Cruise Missile. If we kept on going, that name could have still stick, but that name is pretty outdated. Not a lot of people will know about it anymore.
Shout out to Sandler. Was it Willie
Shout out
Hernan
to
Gomez?
No, it was Juan.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
It was Bo Cruz.
Right.
They should have had his brother in there though.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I forgot which one it was.
Bo Cruz and his name would have been something else, something Cruz.
They had Ant Edwards in it.
They did have Ant Edwards.
The man was in it. Your boy.
The goat's in there.
That's your boy.
Yeah, he is my boy. He was a great actor. He should have got Actor of the Year from that. Nah, I'm playing. But he was a good actor because he was himself when he recorded.
That's true.
That's how he is on the court.
He do be saying some crazy shit in real life.
Makes up for it too.
Hey man, that team is second seed right now. They're doing their thing.
Second seed. Gosh.
What do you think changed from when you first made that prediction?
They tied right now?
What?
I believed it. I believed what I said. So my prediction from our last podcast was, this was 2 years ago. Maybe a year ago. I know it came out 2022, but I don't know if it was the 21-22 season or the 22-23 season. But I was saying that the Timberwolves is going to be a top 4 team in the league. This is when they just got Gobert. And I was saying some crazy shit about Gobert too. Like, Gobert would be a top 10 player if he had the hook shot from Kareem. Maybe.
You were saying some crazy shit.
That's maybe. I was, and then I was saying, I was the first to say this. I believe I was the first to say this, that Anthony Edwards is the next Michael Jordan. Now all these other guys are saying it. Like Pat Beverly, Stephen A. Some of those guys, some of those cats.
Yeah, I think they stole it from
I respect them, though. I still respect them. They did. They for sure did. I believed it. Because his play style, he's a two-way player. His dunks is insane. But, bro. I mean, that prediction came to life this year. They're number 2 in the West. Possibly number 1. They're just under the Thunder. They had the same wins and losses.
Yeah. I mean, that's just crazy.
Oh, they should be number 1. Their conference is 24-8, and their conference is 21-11. They have more wins. Like,
yeah.
I guess they're number 2. They're number 1 to me.
So, but what do you think changed though? How did they go from where they were when you first made their prediction to now? Because was his third best record in the league? Like, that's a pretty big difference compared to, what was it? 2022, 2021?
When did they receive Gobert?
It must have been 2 years ago if that's when you were making that prediction. 2021, 2022, they went 46 and 36. That's 7th seed, and then 2022, 2023, 42 and 40 finished 8th seed.
Yeah.
So how are they now? The 3rd seed, the third best team in the league.
Third best team in the league?
Well, by record, they're the third best team in the league.
By record, yeah.
By record. Debatable how were they actually
second because they're tied with the Thunder.
Yeah, could be.
It's the way how Cat's playing, because the last 2 years Cat wasn't doing that well. Like, you could say injuries, but it's his mindset too. He was a soft player. After the trades came up and they extended Naz Reid's contract, he started playing better because he doesn't want to get traded. That's what I believe.
Okay. Let me see. Looks like a cat. Because I do know, I have another friend that is a Timberwolves fan, and he just absolutely hates Cat. He hates that guy. He really like
Does he
he.
hate him now?
Yes. But
Oh,
he's just a hater though. He, he's pretty casual, and every time he brings it up, he's like, "Dude, they need to trade Cat for Russell Westbrook." I'm like, that couldn't be a worse idea.
dude, that's the worst
That
idea.
could it couldn't
Because
possibly be a
they're
worse
fine with
idea.
Mike Conley. He's the budget Chris Paul of the team.
Like I
He's,
said, he's just a hater, but still, it's just that there. I think there's a pretty big stigma around Cat that people don't really like him. That
well,
he's kind of you know a big reason for their faults.
originally I wanted in the offseason, I wanted the Timberwolves to trade Cat for like
Right.
Anthony.
Oh right,
And then
right.
Anthony Edwards would have been like a small forward. Like that team is already good. You got Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, McDaniels, and then Gobert.
Mm-hmm.
That's a solid team to me. Like you have another scorer on the table. Gobert doesn't have to worry with Cat about being in the post too much or like on defense wise, whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
then the lineup right after it, you got slow mo in there doing this
Although,
thing. They have a solid bench core too. Like Nickel Alexander Walker, he's good.
oh yeah, I
He's
mean
gonna be a future one day.
no, the Timberwolves roster is nice. I think it's pretty like I think for most people, like I'm not gonna pretend to watch every game, so I can't speak for certainty with about how all the players are playing. But I think for casual fans, like nobody knows who Nas Reed is. Nobody knows who Kyle Anderson is. Like the team is pretty sneakily like deep. Like the bench is actually nice, but
Yeah, it is deep.
yeah, but most people are just gonna are probably just gonna see rightfully
And
so Anthony Edwards, Gobert, Towns as as the reason they're winning
big
all these
three.
games. But the bench is pretty. Their bench is definitely like out of the playoff teams, it's definitely one of the ones you'd probably rather have. I think.
Yep.
I said speaking as a Bucks fan, like I'm mostly a Giannis fan, but of course by proximity, Bucks have to be a Bucks fan. But I do follow like the Bucks. So I do follow like the Bucks community, like the subreddit, the maybe a couple people on Twitter or whatever. But if there is a team I'm like more tapped into, it's the Bucks. But a lot of people are complaining about the bench for the Bucks. Like if they had like a half decent bench, they'd be winning a lot more games. Because of when Giannis has to sit. So I feel like just
You got
having
Bobby Portis coming in for Giannis.
I'm apparently like I said, I can't claim to watch all the games, especially not from San Diego. I can't watch all the all the games in Wisconsin. Just from localization and stuff like that. But apparently there's some games there's some Bucks fans are getting tired of Bobby. I don't know if he's just not performing.
What?
I don't know if he's just not performing as well. I don't know if I've seen some people say that they need a more true rim protecting big man behind Brook. That's what I've heard. Which is why if
Why
you're
they got
gonna
his brother?
I don't know because
He's
people
not that good though.
there's that Robin Lopez isn't a real answer. And then after Robin Lopez, it's Bobby Portis, and like that's really their only centers. So I don't know. People might be looking to move on from Bobby, which is kind of crazy. But if it's what the team needs, then there's a reason he's on the trading block right now.
Do you think, since we brought up Bobby, do you think the Mavs, Grant Williams, gonna trade for Bobby?
All this just came out today, I think, right? The Bobby
Yeah.
Portis, uh, Bobby Portis for Grant Williams trade between the Bucks and the Mavs.
Ridiculous trade.
I think.
I feel like you gotta add some first round picks in there.
Well,
At
somebody.
least one.
Yeah, well, with the with the rumor coming out, some people hopped in the trade machine. Somebody somebody came up with the idea that the Bucks would have to trade Marjon Beauchamp in order for it to make sense for both sides. Because I don't think the Bucks don't have a lot of first. I don't think they have any first round picks that they're allowed to trade because they used them all getting Drew and Dame. So
Oh no, I meant like first round pick from the Mavs.
No, I don't
Because
think
Grant Williams,
definitely not.
he's not as good as Bobby.
The Bucks would be doing some
Bobby's
crazy
really good.
finessing if if they got a first round pick for Bobby Portis.
Really?
I don't. Bobby's not worth a first. It would have to be a late first, and the Mavs
Well, yeah,
don't have a
it's
late
in the
first.
first round in general.
The Mavs don't have a late
No,
first.
I'm not asking for a lottery pick.
I don't think the Mavs should do that.
I don't know if you want Bobby Portis, because Bobby Portis is a really good player. He's better than a lot of bench players.
I mean, let me look at this Dallas roster. Hold on, let me look at this Dallas roster. Because, I mean, I don't know if because I know they got their rookie Lively. I know that he's pretty good next to Luka, but I don't know if I don't know what kind of depth they have over there in terms of big men. So I don't know if they like desperately need.
Morris.
I don't know if they desperately need another one because I don't know if they want to. I don't know if they want to play Dwight Powell. So according to the depth chart, it's Derek Lively, Maxi Kleber, and then Dwight Powell, and then Richaun Holmes. So I don't know. Maybe maybe they need to. Maybe they want to upgrade at big man. It's not like they have much defense there anyway, so I guess they technically wouldn't be losing that much. I don't know. Is Grant Williams? How much does Grant Williams even play for them? Let me see how he's doing.
He's there. He's getting his cardio.
He's definitely. That sounds like a Grant Williams thing to do. He's shooting.
He didn't score as much as when he was in the Celtics.
No, definitely not. Currently, in his last 10, he's shooting 35 from 3. For the season, he's 37%. 8 points a game. Just playing defense. I mean, and then if I'm assuming the Bucks would have to trade back a wing player because otherwise the Mavericks just wouldn't have one. So I'm assuming that would maybe be Pat Connaughton. Probably Pat. I don't hate the trade for both sides. I just think
You don't?
I don't hate it, but I don't know what it doesn't solve the Bucks' issue of not having another defensive big. So they would have to make another trade.
I don't know. I like Bobby Portis on that team.
I do like Bobby.
Just
I mean,
because if Giannis is not playing, let's say if he gets hurt,
right.
I'm on wood for that. You have Bobby Portis. He's a good fill-in for Giannis. He's not Giannis.
Oh, yeah, of course not.
But he can score in other ways.
That's fair. Yeah.
Bobby Portis has had a lot of 20-point games. Beside right next to him, or like without Giannis. Grant Williams is gonna give you 8 points. Like, what is that gonna help the Bucks?
Well,
is he gonna bring in defense? No.
Yeah.
Not compared to Bobby.
Bobby
will give you some blocks.
I don't want to, I don't want this to seem like a Bucks dominated conversation because I'm a Bucks fan, but I think considering where people considered this team to be, I think a lot of people consider them to probably be, pretty solid first or second seed, and they are the second seed. But by record, they're below like 3 or 4 teams in the West. I don't think people expected that. And it's pretty obvious if you are able to watch the Bucks games, they have a lot of issues. So
coaching issues.
Right. We haven't even we haven't even got to the elephant in the room with the Bucks. But you know, some people have said that the Bucks need a better perimeter defender because they lost Drew, and Dame is supposed to alleviate the offensive load from Giannis. So maybe losing Bobby wouldn't be too bad if they can, get another big that's serviceable, that kind of thing. Um, I think that's where Bucks fans are at. Like I said, I don't know. Some people are turning on Bobby, which is I never thought I'd see the day, but apparently some people they're not feeling him anymore, which is kind of crazy. But but yeah, they got issues. Doc Rivers is still figuring things out. Apparently, against the Mavericks, they had a new defensive scheme or whatever, and apparently it looked good. Apparently, I didn't watch the game, but that's what the word on the street is. But then they blew a nasty lead to the Jazz like last night, so I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what to think. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I can't tell you if it's Doc.
It's just Doc.
Can't tell you if it's the players.
Yeah, it definitely feels like one of the teams where you really just have to hope that they figure it out, like literally just figure it out, just get the things to click. Because you look at the roster's obviously good enough. Doc Rivers can get a team to the playoffs, and they're probably they're definitely going to go to the playoffs. But it's like,
Oh yeah,
you have watching them, you have like no hope for them to do anything just because they don't look. There's too many games where they don't look functional. And
I
apparently,
honestly so wish they kept the last coach, not AJ, but the one before him,
right,
Budenholzer.
right, yeah. I mean that move caused a lot of, was pretty polarizing. But apparently with the Bucks now with Doc Rivers, they look better. Like the
Improvement sounds
offense,
good.
yeah, the offense like looks better. Like the defensive scheme looks better, but like they haven't, they're still trying to figure it out and get it down. So like they're still losing games. Apparently, like I said, I can't watch every Bucks game, but you know, if things are trending upwards, then that's a good thing in general. But they right now just don't look that good for a second seed.
I don't know what to do with them, but hopefully something works out for them.
About the Lakers, huh?
Oh, well, with the Lakers, I follow the Lakers community and everything. Most toxic community in the league for sure.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Fans don't like LeBron. LeBron's 39.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Like a lot of things. Like, oh shoot, if Kobe was still playing, they would be even better.
Are people really
What
bringing
the
up
heck would
Kobe?
that mean? Yeah.
That's funny.
Or like if Kobe was in the league now, it'd be a different team. Like if they
Right.
had like a 2008 Kobe on this team,
Right.
I guess. But the locker room would be kind of ass.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But I don't know with the team. A lot of people are like saying, "Oh, you should like." Stephen A. Smith had brought up that LeBron should get traded. Ridiculous statement that I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I remember when that report came out that he was at the top of the Lakers trade list.
Is he really in the trade list for the Lakers?
Well, I mean,
Or is this the
that was just the report.
reporter saying this?
Yeah, I mean, nothing can ever be confirmed until something happened or doesn't happen. But
I need Jeannie Buss to come out and say, "Oh, we're trading LeBron." I don't think he's leaving. Doubt it.
he's leaving the Lakers.
Nah, Hollywood, bro. He's Hollywood.
It's fair.
Like the only time I see him leaving the Lakers is if he wants to play with his son when he gets drafted, maybe in 2 years. I don't think he's gonna be in the draft next year. If he does,
Yeah, no.
any NBA team's gonna pick him up just to get LeBron James.
We can probably talk about it when it comes to off season, but I don't know when Bronny's actually gonna get drafted because he doesn't look like the best player right now. LeBron might have to wait for Bryce. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into that because he's obviously still a young player.
Yeah,
He has time, but he's not looking like a first round pick. I'll say that much.
he's not. But
So
teams would definitely just pick him up just to get LeBron.
right. Like I said, we can leave that for for
For a
another
later
time.
time.
Whenever
Yeah.
he declares, whenever that is. Because I don't think he could do it this year, but I don't know. We'll see.
Honestly, with that Lakers team, it's hard to say who you would trade. At the beginning of the season, a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, you should trade D'Lo, blah blah blah, D'Lo, this and that," and it's just because the lines that Urban Ham has been putting out,
Right.
like especially with D'Lo, even though they played together last season, like half of last season, they just need to find chemistry within that team. They need to know how to work it out.
Hmm.
I was saying with a prediction yesterday, but I didn't look at his stats, that they should slam the button on sending Austin Reeves for DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, what happened?
A
After
lot of people are not
stats?
going to like that answer because they're going to be like, why aren't you saying D'Lo?
Right.
Well, because the trade rumors, he's actually trying to play good. Trade rumors, Austin Reeves is playing good. His last game, I think he scored 32 points. That's a lot of points.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Um,
True.
they're both playing good, especially together. Like the other game before that, D'Lo had like 14 assists. He's being a playmaker.
Yeah.
He's playing his role. He's a point guard. He's doing that. But if they really need that perimeter defense, and the Hawks is only asking for Austin Reeves, I think they should press the button and get DeJounte Murray with D'Lo.
I think the proposed trades for the proposed trades for DeJounte Murray are probably a lot more than just just Austin Reeves. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they're also asking for picks, which I think makes sense.
Yeah, but these are picks. The Lakers picks that they got right now, they all gave them away. The only
Yeah.
ones that I know that they have is like 27, 28,
Right.
29. Those are like later down the line. You're betting on the future for these players.
Yeah. I
I think
know there was that whole was it a whole debacle of the Lakers org saying that they didn't want to trade the 2027 first. And supposedly LeBron was getting mad that that the front office wasn't going all in to win, like not willing to give that pick away.
the round picks, the 27, 28, 29.
Yeah, the 2027 first. Like he was mad that the Lakers weren't willing to use that in trades to get whichever people were out there. So I don't know if
I don't know
something would
because
change from then, but
I think the Lakers, what they're looking at in their head is like, oh, we might need that pick just in case
right.
LeBron retires.
I don't know for sure.
Because LeBron is old. He's 39.
Yeah.
But in order to, you need to sacrifice something else. And it's within the players. Obviously, LeBron's not tradable. AD might be tradable. But you need to get like another superstar worthy player
All right. Yeah.
right next to LeBron to trade AD. Like, oh, would make sense. Maybe it would make sense to trade AD for, since they're like the sidekicks of the team. Like, I can't say Kevin Durant. He is the best player on that team, but it's still Booker's team. It's his team. and that would
I get
make
what you
the
mean.
most sense right next to Booker.
I
I
get what
don't
you mean.
think they're gonna do that though.
Yeah,
Pretty sure LeBron would love to play with KD, but
I
having
would
AD
think.
there for defense is amazing. They just need to be healthy.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's a pretty big if, especially if they're both getting up there in age.
Yeah,
Especially KD in terms of injuries. He's been obviously LeBron's Iron Man. It's hard to imagine him getting hurt, but KD obviously has a history. So both sides have to be have to be willing to do that. I don't know if I
that was just a random one, just because
no, you're
I
good.
can't even I can't think of another name.
Yeah, it feels
Maybe
really
Kawhi,
weird.
but
It feels really weird to think of LeBron getting traded at all. It's just like that's that can't be real. Like it's just it feels like you would have to pay too much. Like it's just not worth it.
yeah, I mean the only other players I could say is basically like D'Lo, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura,
Yeah,
Tarion Prince, Christian Wood. Like that's a guy you need to give away. It's not that good.
yeah, no, that's fair.
They just need a reliable big man, but there's not a lot of big men to give right now.
Hmm. While we're on the topic of trades,
Yeah,
let's quickly just go over because they already happened, but we didn't get to talk about them. But you know, just to get them out the way. Thoughts
I
on
get the
the
okay.
big one? I think the Siakam to the Pacers one. I think that's the biggest trade that's happened so far.
It's
Uh,
crazy because Siakam said he didn't want to leave.
right.
I kind of I it's just the memories. The can't think of the word. Just like how he was on the Raptors, especially from that win in the championships not too long ago.
Right, right.
Like the Raptors right now, or during that time, they're solid, but not solid enough to make the playoffs. They're probably a playoff team, but
Yeah,
I don't really
I
know.
think the Raptors with Siakam probably
I don't know.
would have just been a play-in team, I think, or just a low seed in general.
Yeah,
So they were just like, you know what? I think a lot of Raptors fans were kind of complaining that the front office wouldn't commit to one, like, are we all in contending? Are we rebuilding? And they were kind of just stuck in the middle. Like they were never good enough to win in the playoffs, but they always make it. So the team was kind of just stagnant. So I think
yeah,
finally committing and trading Siakam, I think, and Anunoby earlier, traded both of them. I
yeah.
think they're
I
finally
think they're
going.
rebuilding.
I think they're finally going a direction, in like just a direction. I think that's good for them. And then of course I think Siakam is great to the Pacers. They
Oh my
another
god,
person that can, you know, that can
they
score really
amazing
well
defense.
for them, mobile, get out on the fast break, all of that. Siakam's literally
Mm-hmm.
the perfect fit for them. Like it's in terms of who they could have gone, it's perfect. So I
Yeah,
think that was a fire trade for both sides. And then of course, like I said,
it
Ananobi.
was. I just can't see Siakam in yellow or blue. But,
Oh, he's played a few games already. You know, go get used to it because I doubt they would have made I doubt they would have made the trade if they didn't get him to say that he would likely sign an extension there. So I believe it. I believe he'd be staying there.
no, I'm pretty sure I think he is staying there.
And then the other player, Ananobi to the Knicks, along with Precious, Achiuwa, and Malachi Flynn. Raptors get their boy RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, and a second round pick.
I feel like it
I like
worked
this trade
out.
too. I think it's a good trade too.
I feel like it worked out because RJ Barrett's doing his thing in Toronto.
Yeah, and he's not. And they would have had to pay RJ Barrett and Quickly. I think they were both coming up on a new contract, and they're already paying Brunson, and they're gonna have to pay on Anunoby. And at least if they're paying on Anunoby, it's not somebody in the same position as Brunson already, which would have been
Uh,
Quickly or Barrett. Um, So and apparently the Knicks are dogs. Like they play like crazy defense. Like that's like their thing. Like
Well, yeah,
they're
because
scrappy.
what's his name, Tom Thibodeau.
Right. Yeah.
But Tom Thibodeau be playing these players for crazy minutes, like 40 minutes a game.
That's his special, bro.
Are you? It's a special, but he got D Rose to
No,
fucking. Oh my bad.
I
To
know.
break his legs.
No, I know. I'm just it's to be it's what we know him for at this point.
Yeah.
It's expected.
I don't know. I mean, I do like the what they did for the Knicks. More defense
Yeah.
for the perimeter, especially because I mean, Brunson, he's not the best defender, but he's solid.
Yeah.
And then you
I
got
don't think you could.
OG and Anobi right next to him,
Yeah.
which is really good. He'd guard their star player if they need to. To me, he's like Andre Robertson. Now that I think about it, just because he doesn't score really like that. He could, but I don't know where that's at.
Yeah. I want to say you just look at the
Um,
team. They just have dogs. They got
Randall's a dog.
DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein. Like they got like there's some dogs like these.
It's a well balanced team. I like that. I
It
like
is a
that
fun
team.
it's a fun team. I do like where they are. It's kind of cool because uh being 23, I haven't
Oh yeah.
witnessed Knicks supremacy in my lifetime. Even though it's supposed to be like, oh, Madison Square Garden, the Knicks. It's like
I still don't think you're putting them too high
no,
though.
no, no. Okay, okay. Well, I'm just. Well, I still
Not
think this is.
supremacy,
I
but
just
I
mean.
get where you're going.
Hey, I just mean this is the best Knicks team I've seen in my life.
My life, yeah. I
I
mean,
think. I think that's
like
cool.
those Carmelo days, not really, to be honest.
It was mostly just
But
Carmelo and like what Jr.
yeah,
and Jr.
I mean, you could say Stoudemire, but I don't know. That
Ah,
team was
like old man
kind of
Stoudemire.
all over the place.
I mean, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I just think it's cool to see a team as big market as the Knicks be like
yeah.
legitimately relevant for the first time in my life. That's really what I was saying because I wasn't alive for Patrick Ewing. I wasn't alive for you know when they were fighting Jordan and all that. So I think it's cool to see the Knicks are gonna be top 4, top 3 seed this year probably. They currently are, and that they have a young core that they can go forward with. I don't know. I think it's just cool that Madison Square Garden actually has a relevant team, and now I feel like it means more. Also, Mitchell Robinson is hurt right now, and he's an absolute demon on defense. So that'll make the team even better when he comes back. I don't know when he's coming back though.
We're gonna talk about an old trade. How about like James Harden on the Clippers?
Yeah, I mean I mean it just felt like that was so long ago that I kind of just forgot that was technically this season. I was just like I just got accepted that they were all on the team together. Um, but
I mean, that's where he wanted to go. He's like, I'm not gonna play unless you send me to the Clippers.
yeah,
Risk
man,
it all. Just do it.
dude, this is a big ass trade. I still can't believe the Clippers or that the Sixers didn't get any of the young players, but but it is what it is. It's
I
a big
know.
ass trade. Like Sixers get Batum, Covington, Kenyon Martin Jr., Marcus Morris, and what is this? Three firsts and 2 seconds. Some of those are pick swaps, but regardless,
You get Batum.
they got Batum.
He's on that team. You
Batum's on
got
the
Robert
six.
Covington too, by the way.
Yeah. I said Covington. I got you.
Okay.
And then the Clippers obviously get James Harden, PJ Tucker, who wants a trade, and then Filip Petrusev. Definitely the highlight of that trade. Um, yeah, I mean, of course, James Harden has a lot of haters. That's because of people really disliked his play style when he was in Houston, and that just has carried over for years. But I loved this trade for the Clippers because I think Harden as the ball distributor For Kawhi and Paul George, I think that's fucking sick. Like,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. Because we all know healthy Clippers. You know, if the Clippers are
Oh,
healthy,
healthy Clippers. Oh my gosh, that could be a chip team.
yeah, if the Clippers are healthy, they could make some noise in the playoffs. If they're healthy, and then they're never healthy. No, they got James Harden. Russell Westbrook's coming off the bench. Maybe Kawhi and Paul George don't have to do as much. Maybe they could, take it a little bit easier. Hey, maybe they actually will be healthy this time. Who knows? I still think the
Hopefully,
Clip.
I mean,
Now go ahead.
you said what? You think the Clippers what?
I think the Clippers are still San Diego cursed. I think because they used to be the San Diego Clippers. I
Them
still
and the
don't think
Chargers.
I still don't think they're ever gonna win anything. but but I do like this team. This team's really cool though. I mean, I think it's really interesting. It's kind of like the opposite of, I don't say the opposite, but instead of like, one of the young and up and coming cores that are like, oh, this is a team we could see for a while. It's like, this is a team that probably has to win pretty soon if they're going to win, all things
Yeah,
considered.
maybe next year or a year after that, or
Yeah. Like
possibly this year.
they're in the window and they have to hit it or else it it might all fall apart sooner than later.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, when this trade actually happened, I didn't know if it was going to work because James Harden has a huge ego.
Fair. Yeah,
But
he does.
like over time now, today's date, I've been watching and I do like James Harden on this team. I like how it works for Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. They get the ball where they want it, and they can score on a high level with the three of them on the floor together. So
Absolutely.
that team was good. By the way, Philip Petrovich from that trade got traded
No.
right the day after, and they got draft rights for Luka
Oh,
Mitrovic.
right, I see it. No, the cash considerations.
I saw it and I was like, I might as well bring it up since we had.
The cash considerations won. No. Yeah, all right. Well, they got their own Luka. They got a Luka Mitrovic.
Hopefully, I mean these European players are playing hella
Hey man,
good.
you never know. But I mean, I don't know either of these
They
players.
just need to play the players.
I don't know either of those players, but who knows? Maybe some. maybe they'll turn into some.
Hopefully, I mean I guess you don't have to mention every trade because like the Pistons and the Wizards.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna mention that one. I was gonna just.
I mean
I was just gonna skip that
we
one.
don't have to mention the latest trade, which is
No.
like the Rockets and
I was gonna skip that one too.
which is they're just trading 2 injured guys for picks.
I was gonna skip that one too. Yeah.
But the Miami Heat
Yes.
is for Scary Terry,
That is an interesting
Kyle
one.
Lowry.
Now that one I was gonna bring up because
Like
the Heat actually.
I told you, I didn't like it.
Right. Go ahead. Talk to the people, man. Tell them. Tell them what you told me.
Like, I mean, I told what I told Jacob is because I've been watching how they played with Scary Terry. And Scary Terry is being like a Josh Giddey right now for the Heat. He's not playing how I expected him to play because you're putting him right next to another scorer that scores on a high level like him, which is Tyler Hero. I mean, the team could work. They just need to figure out that chemistry and figure out how they can all score together.
Mm-hmm.
But letting go of Kyle Lowry, yeah, he's like a offensive liability, and it's also because he's old. But he has that championship mindset. They were just there in the championships not too long ago.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry, he brings in defense, but he's not gonna. I don't know. That Kyle Lowry, when they got him, it was just like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. How you traded him for Terry Rozier? I feel like you could have traded Kyle Lowry for anything else. They could have got a better player. Like Terry Rozier, I like Terry Rozier because I watched the Hornets. But seeing him underneath LaMelo Ball every time he gets injured is gonna be like just a weird sight for me to see.
Oh yeah, huh? I remember when
So, I don't know.
Terry first popped onto the scene for the Celtics. and
Yes.
there was discussion between, I'm pretty sure it was him and Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
He was behind Isaiah. I always thought Terry was a. I never knew what Terry was because even after the Celtics days, he just went to the Hornets, and I was like, okay, are these real stats or are these, are these is he stat padding? I couldn't tell. And now he was traded for Kyle Lowry. I'm like, this is weird because a lot of people think that. Well, I think if you ask Heat fans, they'll say that they wanted Kyle Lowry gone.
Well, yeah.
I think people thought he was washed. So it's interesting to see that the Heat actually went out and got somebody. I do want to bring up his stats. Since he joined the team, January 24th was his first game. In 7 games, Terry's averaging 11.7 points, 4.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, shooting 32.9% from the field. So it doesn't look that good right now.
Well,
It does
yeah, they
not.
need to figure out the chemistry first.
Right. I
But
just it, I mean, I know they gave up Kyle Lowry, and Kyle Lowry probably to them was like almost like I don't even know if he was playing that much. I don't think he was. So, I mean, at least they got a guy out there now that's better than who they had before. But
it's just weird to me.
they definitely got to figure it out because now they're
Because
back.
Terry Rozier is not a point guard.
I was about to say they're on the depth chart. Their second point guard is Josh Richardson, and then the third is Tyler Hero.
Um,
So it's it's kind of Terry or nothing unless you want to put Hero at point, which I guess I mean, you could do, but I mean I don't know how much you want to
they
do
should have
that.
just
I don't know how much you want to do
they
that.
should have just tried to get Tyus Jones, dude. Let my man Tyus Jones out the Wizards.
Tyus Jones down. I mean, I can see somebody trading for him, man. I said we haven't gotten over all the people that we think are getting traded, but I think he could definitely be one of them. So all the contending
Yeah,
teams
I don't
probably
know.
just want more guard depth.
Shooting guard depth.
Just more guards,
Oh
more
man.
good quality guards you can actually play in the playoffs. Malcolm Brogdon, Bruce Brown. He's kind of just a perimeter player. He can play guard or forward, I think. Um,
You said who? Marcus Brown?
Bruce Brown,
Oh, Bruce Brown.
Malcolm Brogdon, maybe Tyus Jones. I mean, there's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of guards that are on the block.
Apparently, Malcolm Brogdon doesn't want to get traded.
I
Apparently,
mean, maybe he
on the
does. I
trade
don't know.
rumors.
If he does, or if he, if the Blazers respect it, they won't trade him. But if they just want their picks, they might just trade him anyways. I don't know. We'll see. But I did hear that he likes it there, so I don't know. They might keep him. But if a team's willing to give out a first for him, shit,
Mm.
or another young player, maybe something like that, I could see them just pulling the trigger.
Where do you think Malcolm Brogdon would go? Like, what was the team that we were talking about? Oh, was it what needed a perimeter defense?
I know. I mentioned the Bucks because people,
Yeah.
the Bucks. Oh, Wiggins apparently is a guy that a lot of people are targeting. People want Wiggins.
Where can you see Wiggins? Like, what team?
Hold on, let me find the article about it because there was a few teams apparently. Uh, oh, let me see this. The Mavericks are interested in Wiggins. The Pacers are interested in Wiggins. Um,
The Pacers, I think it would be a beautiful team. I was just thinking about that.
yeah,
Say if they didn't get Pascal, that would be a beautiful
yeah,
pickup. That's Lob City right there.
right.
Got Obi Top in there.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew
Let me
Wiggins on the
see.
team.
Bruce Brown. Kuzma. Kuzma might get traded.
Oh yeah, he can score.
Kuzma and obviously we've been talking about DeJounte already. Um,
Yep.
Jeremy Grant. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know where they would go. I'm like, like thinking like
Yeah.
I'm looking at the top teams if they want to push for another player like the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
Their third player, their small forward, I think it's Max Strus or is Isaac
Oh
Okoro.
yeah,
Like
Okoro. The Bucks are
it's
interested
always
in the Bucks are interested in Okoro. I know that.
they would give him more playing time than the Cavs would,
No, he probably yeah. Definitely,
or like
actually,
more scoring
they need the
options.
defense. The Bucks need the defense. They would definitely play him.
But with the Cavs, I just think they need like a solid role player three,
That's fair. Yeah,
or just a
on the
solid
wing.
three,
Yeah,
just because it's the show for Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Mobley, and Jerry Allen, and then the third is always like random.
and man, multiple teams interested in Tyus Jones. Lakers, Timberwolves, Magic, Spurs, and Nets. Everyone wants a piece of Tyus, bro.
And you said, wait, can you repeat that the names again?
You got the Lakers, got the Timberwolves, got the Magic, the Spurs, and the Nets.
Okay, it's crazy because I said let's play GM yesterday, and I said the Magic should get Tyus Jones.
Hey, bro. Hey, we
I
know
think they
ball,
need to pull
bro.
the trigger on that team.
Hey, we know ball, bro. What can I say? We know ball. We just know ball like that. They're interested. They're looking.
Yeah, I want
Says
the
the
Magic to
says
let
the
my
Wizards
guy
are
go.
looking for a first rounder. So we'll see if the Magic are willing.
Oh,
We'll see if the Magic are willing. They're holding out for a first, but they probably won't get it. But
I think the Magic should let it go. Their teams is really young, and they're all pretty good. They're in
yeah,
the seventh seed. They're a playoff team. They're not gonna. I'm not pushing them to be a fifth seeded team, but I think they're perfect where they are
mm,
for a young core.
yeah.
Like another young core team is the Thunder, but they already figured it out. They got the blueprint for everything on how to win.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the Thunder, when the LeBron trade thing came out, everyone was asking who could even trade for LeBron. Like who has the salary to dump to match LeBron's while also being able to keep their core. And people were saying the Thunder have all the picks, they have the cap. They could trade for LeBron if they were moving him.
Really?
I think that would have been
Oh my
insane.
god!
But I mean, like I'm with you. I don't think they can trade LeBron. Like that doesn't make sense. So
If they do that, the lineup could be Josh.
no, that would
No,
be.
it could be
I assume Giddy would be
Shea.
gone. I don't know. Like I assume LeBron would
He's
just
just a random player. Like I
take
could
Giddy's
see
role.
Terry Rozier on that team over Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey would be perfect on the Heat.
I wouldn't hate that actually. I think that would actually make sense. I,
Like
I don't hate it.
he'll
I'm with,
let him play point guard.
yeah,
But I don't
exactly.
think they could do that trade anymore. Like I
No,
think
it's
they're already
no.
locked
They
in
already
on Terry
committed.
Rozier.
They already committed to Terry. I don't think the Thunder would want Kyle Lowry.
Oh no, let's say it was Terry Rozier instead.
I don't think they want they want him either. I think they just want the only scorer. I don't think they'd trade for a scorer unless it was like a true like star. I don't think they have a
They already
reason.
have a big three.
Yeah, I don't think they have a reason to trade for Terry, of all people.
He can shoot better than Shy off the three ball. Because Shy's more of a mid range
Yeah, but
DeMar
Shea,
DeRozan
yeah,
player.
but Shea's still dropping 30 plus a night. Like they don't. I don't think they're fiending
Terry
for a
Rozier would
score.
get his 11 points.
Yeah, I don't. They're not fiending for somebody to score the ball or anything. No, I don't.
I don't know, because Dort's not doing his thing. I'm thinking about other role players. Like I can't think of another player that the Thunder would need. I mean, but if they traded Josh Giddey, I just feel like maybe the offense would be better somehow, some way.
Maybe I don't
Not
know.
a huge fan of Josh Giddey, by the way.
It's okay. You don't have to be. He's talking to that high school girl.
He still thinks it's fairly.
Hey, Hey, bro, I was there for the saga of all the news unfolding. People doing
But
all
I
this.
think in Australia it's because they could date like 16, 15-year-old girls.
Really?
That's why.
Australia
Yeah,
age of
because in the
consent.
UK it's 16.
It is 16 in Australia. That's still weird though. I don't care. I don't care what the age of consent is. It's still weird. He's a grown man
It's
talking
very
to a
weird.
high schooler. That's just weird. Regardless of what's legal and what's not legal, it's just weird. If she was underage, it's just weird. I'm pretty sure she was.
Well, she was. She was like a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, that's even like I thought she would be. I thought she was a junior, maybe a senior.
Senior, yeah.
If she was any, the only way I could see it being okay is if she was, about to be 18 as a senior or something. But even then, it's still weird being with a high
It's
school
still
girl
weird, just
as a
yeah, in a
grown
high
man.
school. Yeah.
It's still weird. I don't care if it's legal. That's just weird. I don't know about Josh Giddey. I don't talk about that guy anymore. Apparently,
So like,
apparently the Bulls want an Anunoby like haul for Alex Caruso.
I saw that and I thought that was so dumb.
I don't. Yeah, they can't get that.
Because Alex Caruso is way better.
Wait, what?
Me personally, I think he's way better.
You think Caruso's better than Anunoby?
Yes.
Really?
What has Ananobi done? Like
What?
his
Wait,
stats on a
what?
lot of what
Wait,
has he done?
what?
He has a ring, yeah. Caruso got a ring too.
Wait. You
I
think?
don't think because I personally think he's better. Just because Anunobi's not really he could score if he wants to score, but he doesn't have that mentality on offense like that. On defense, he's there. Caruso is also he's both, but he has the mentality to do good.
Hold on, let me look up Caruso's stats for the year because I don't actually know how well he's been doing this
I'm
year.
pretty sure Anunobi's better, but I've seen some games with Alex Caruso. He's been pretty good.
Let me
The
see
only time
this.
he hasn't been good that I've seen was in person. I went to a Bulls Lakers game.
No.
I went there for Lonzo Ball. They even put Alex Caruso on the screen. Welcome home. Blah blah blah. This man scored 0 points, but like with maybe 2
No.
steals and a couple assists.
No. No
But
way.
regardless of that, I still like Alex Caruso. He's there for defense.
Let
He
me
scores in other ways by throwing assists to his mans.
let me check Anunoby's stats since he joined the team. Hold on, let me check some. Let me let me check some. When did he get traded? December 30th. Let
I don't
me
think the Bulls are letting go to Caruso.
hold on, let me look this up. Let me cuz I don't think I think you're on the opposite
Oh,
end of the spectrum of where people usually put Caruso. I think most
he's been
people I think
averaging a
most
block a
people
game.
I think most people think
He's
Caruso
6'5".
is the quintessential, scrappy, full effort, hustle white dude on the team. And
I feel like they overlook Caruso because he's white.
maybe I don't know.
Come on.
Could be I don't know. I mean, God, I wish there was an easier way to look at these fucking. I have to go to Basketball Reference. Fuck man. So Anunoby is since joining the Knicks, he's got 15 and a half points, 4.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 2 steals and a block per game,
Did
51%
you
from the
say four and
field.
a half points?
Huh?
Did you say 14 or 4.5 points?
Oh, he got it's 15 and a half
Oh,
points,
15.
and then four and a
15, I
half
see it.
rebounds,
Uh,
1.5 assists, 2 steals and a block, 51.6 from the field, 39% from three. That's his stats since joining the Knicks. And then for
yeah.
Caruso on the season, he's at 10 points, 3 assists, 3.5 rebounds, 40% from three. That's where Caruso's at for the season.
I don't know. I'm looking at the stats right here. I still like Caruso. Especially the last 10 games. If you look at the steals and blocks, come on, he's 6'5".
He's
He's getting
6'5".
more blocks than his big man.
Wait, Vucevic is not the big man you're comparing him to. He is
Like
not.
I'm talking about,
He is not the blocker.
he's an offensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's an
he's
offensive
not.
player, but
He's not your rim protector. That he's there to ball. He's there to hoop. He's there to get boards. That's what he does. He's there to hit a jumper. Work the post. I think I'm gonna stand by Anunoby being better than Caruso, but that's an interesting take for sure. But I
so,
mean the Bulls won an Anunoby like haul for him, so I mean, if going by what you're saying, it's not a crazy thing for them to want something similar to that. So
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. But
Well,
but
I don't know. For me, I follow the Bulls community too. There are not the smartest people that I ever seen.
it's fair. Yeah.
I've been pushing for the Bulls. I've been saying in the community, hey, if I'm there, if I could talk to a GM, you guys need to replace a guy that could play like Lonzo, like TJ McCollum, TJ McCulloch, or I don't know his name. He's
McConnell.
on the Pacers though.
McConnell.
McConnell, yeah.
I think he's on the trade block. I think, but I don't know if they're actually gonna move
I
him.
would put him on the Bulls. Like you need someone to get who can facilitate the ball and get DeMar and Zach involved together. It's kind of hard to do that because they're both ball hoggers. They need the ball to score.
Mm-hmm.
Alonzo was a perfect guy that was there. That's why, I think 21-22, they were top 3 seeded team. Now Lonzo Ball has that weird thing in his knee where he can't play for like 3 years, and the Bulls have been a playing team from there. But they just need someone who can facilitate, maybe not as well as Lonzo, but someone who can facilitate pretty good to play on a team with the Bulls. That team would elevate and be at least a 5, 6, 7 seeded team.
Yeah, I miss Lonzo.
I miss Lonzo. They say he's getting better and he might play soon, but he still has that
He might.
disability contract.
He might. Oh.
I hope
Oh
so.
man.
I just want to see him play.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I loved his game. Lockdown defender, wonderful facilitator. It's the perfect point guard that isn't like your star player.
And he's good at spot up now too. Or
Yeah.
then
I was say you hit
he's
his
like a
threes.
Klay Thompson that could move the ball,
Yeah,
but not like as yeah.
All right. I think to end this off.
Wait, who did you say?
For
Who
what?
did you say that wanted Caruso? By the way,
The Bulls
we
just
in that
wanted
now?
the Bulls just said they wanted an Anunoby like haul for them for Caruso. They didn't link any team looking to trade for him. They just said he's on the block pretty much.
I see.
All right, let's wrap. I think we're coming up on an hour if we're not already past it.
Oh, okay. Did we talk about Bruce Brown, by the way? I just wanted to get that last one out there.
I think we brought him up a little bit. Who do you think? Who do you want to trade for him? Because I think a few teams are linked to him.
Well, since I said the Cavs needed a new third, like Max Strus is not cutting it for me.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like the Cavs should. It's not the Sixers. The Sixers just need a big for right now. I don't think Paul Reed is going to cut it for me. He's good, though. Not going to disrespect his game like that, but a contending team, he's a great role player for what he is.
Yeah. No, he does. He does what
The
he needs
Nuggets
to
need
do.
to bring him back.
Hey, that's one of the teams. That's one of the teams.
Oh, really?
I think it's so from what I've found, It's the Lakers, the Denver Nuggets, and the Milwaukee
Okay.
Bucks. Those are the
The
three big
Lakers, you
teams.
gotta get rid of somebody. If
Yeah,
Lakers is hard to say because they're
they're also trying to
they're
trade for
Robert
DeJounte.
Prince. Well, we talked about that, and I'm saying the Lakers just need to just press that button. Just
Yeah,
you gotta just live with it.
yeah.
I mean, let's see. These are not contenders right now, but they're playing worthy teams. I could see the Warriors getting Bruce Brown, the Rockets getting Bruce Brown. The Mavs for sure needs Bruce Brown.
Yeah, I don't think the Rockets are getting Bruce Brown. Well, apparently, if the Lakers are prioritizing DeJounte Murray, they will not get Bruce Brown because I'm pretty sure whatever
Oh
asset they
yeah,
send for DeJounte. But,
but if they don't,
you know, Nuggets are still there, Bucks are still there, but it's apparently
the Suns.
the salaries are kind of hard to work out, so I don't know. We'll see if he ends up getting traded. I assume he would because he's perfect for any contending team. Um, but we'll see, I
Basically,
guess. We'll see. Hey, did you
yeah.
want to talk about the All Stars, or you want to save that for another week? Because we can talk about the All Stars real quick, or we could leave it off right there.
We could talk about the All Star.
All
I
right.
don't. I don't know if you realized our last podcast was 2 hours. I think.
Jesus, I don't think I want a 2 hour episode. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I want a 2 hour podcast for
Maybe
one
a
for
1
one
hour. Maybe.
episode. That's a lot. For one episode of us just talking ball, 2 hours is a lot.
It's
We
cool
could,
because we get it done.
I said we could go to 1.5. 1.5 is fine, but
Yeah, 1.5 is fine.
I'm not pushing the 2. That's a lot.
All good.
So let's go with these All Stars, man. They want to start in the East or the
With the All
West?
Stars, we'll get it quick.
The what?
With this part, we can get it quick because it's just All Stars.
Yeah.
It's our predictions.
All right, you want to talk
And
about the
who
East
we
or the
think-
West? You want to talk about the East or the West first?
We'll talk about the East because your boy's the captain.
All right, so in the East, Captain Giannis Antetokounmpo with starters Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum, and Joel Embiid, but he's gone now.
Oh.
Rest in peace, his meniscus. So, so let's first just off the starters because this is what we get first. I think everybody, if not most, if not everybody, wanted Jalen Brunson ahead of Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
I don't think we really need to go into that because everyone has already said it, and I think it's pretty clear that if people were watching Jalen Brunson, he probably would have taken Lillard's spot. But at the end of the day,
it could be any of the three at the reserves.
yeah. As at the end of the day, Brunson made it as on the
All-Star.
on the team. Yeah, he made it, so it's fine. I don't.
I honestly just think Damian Lillard's up there because he has a bigger name.
Of course, yeah. That's what it always is. But like I said, it's just kind of. I personally don't think it's that big of a deal who's a starter and who's not, but I get that it's the prestige of whatever.
Regardless, everyone's gonna have that accolade as All-Star.
Yeah,
All-Star starter.
Right. Like Wiggins is still an All-Star. They don't say All-Star starter. He's just an All-Star, but he's still there.
Yeah.
Forever.
He was the All-Star starter though.
He was.
Insane.
He was. That's the only reason he made it. Anyways, the rest of the East All-Stars, we got Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Paolo Banchero, Julius Randle, Bam Adebayo. Why'd you mistype his name to Bad Adebayo? That's fucked up.
I think it's autocorrected.
That's mean as hell. He's not
I like
bad.
Bam Adebayo.
He's not bad. Adebayo. You think got snubbed? Do you have any snubs? You could think this list is perfect. Who would you add?
Obviously, Trae Young. I need to look at this All Star like voted list though.
Yeah, I think Trae Young. I probably put who I put Trae Young over. I
I
think
don't think,
well, Randall is injured, so he actually won't be able to play. So
but what I'm saying is you need two bigs to replace those.
yeah, I guess you would it'd have to be a big, huh? But why? Why does it have to be? It's an all-star game. Just let it be. Just let it be whoever. Like I don't. I feel like it should just be whoever should be next. And after the, I get it for the starters. You want, you don't want 5 big men or whatever, 5 guards. But I feel like for the reserves, you could just throw anybody there. Like it's not like you're actually trying to,
Oh yeah, you're
put
not actually
together
trying to.
a team to win. It's just all stars. I know people were iffy on Paolo. Obviously Randall's out. Um, I think the only person you could probably argue against would probably be Bam. I assume. I don't think I heard anybody talking about any of those other people. I think Bam. I think Trae
Trying to
Young
find this
probably.
list.
I think Trae Young over Bam probably. But if it's a positional thing, that is what it is. But
Oh yeah.
I
Is
definitely.
Jimmy Butler in here? No, he's not.
I think he was missing time, so I think he hasn't been playing. He hasn't played as much as these other guys. He was out for a bit.
East.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler was over Bam in the voting.
hmm,
It's also player votes and coach voting.
right. Yeah, I think it's just wild that Trae Young still hasn't made an All-Star team, even though he's putting up the numbers he is every year. I know numbers are numbers, but and the weird thing is Trae Young's like perfect for an All-Star game. He's like
Yeah.
he's exactly who
They got
you'd
five
want
out
to
of the
see. Like just
exactly. They got 5 out of the 6 guards from the Eastern Conference. Trae Young was third, and he got snubbed.
damn, that's rough.
But for the front court, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Paolo Banchero's last out of the 10. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, they're just missing on Jimmy and Trae Young. I mean, I feel like those are the players that are going to fill in for Randall and Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
I can't see
probably.
Kyle Kuzma, Chris Stapps. These are just
Definitely not Kuzma. Definitely not
like
Kuzma.
Mikal could deserve it, but I don't think he's going to be up there.
Yeah. I do
Yeah,
like
I
the
mean,
Trae Young post snub revenge games. Those are pretty funny. He just or the day after he gets snubbed from the All-Star team, he just goes off. Just reminds everybody.
he's him. Like, he
He's
deserves to be
good. It's crazy. He's like he could literally just do in the All-Star game what they always do anyways. He'll throw lobs and shoot threes. Like it's fucking and he could probably do it in the most fun way. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
so I mean,
it's weird.
who do you think is going to be the starter over Joel Embiid? Is it Bam Adebayo? Is it clear?
Oh God.
I don't think I would see Paulo Banchero up there. I don't think I would put another guard right next to them unless it's Jaylen Brown.
I mean, if it's front court, oh God, it might actually be Bam if it's front court. If it has to be front court. Otherwise, I would say Brunson for sure. But if you can't put another guard there, then I guess it would maybe Jaylen Brown.
I mean, I could see Donovan Mitchell playing at 3,
I think it'd
even
be
though he's
Brown.
kind of short. It's most likely going to be Brown or Adebayo.
I assume it'd be Brown, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I definitely, obviously I'd say Brunson, but it is what it is.
All right, the Western All Stars. Luka Doncic. Could be saying his name wrong, but we know who that is. Luka Magic.
Yes, sir. Of course.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to butcher all these names. I saw the next name and I was like,
Hey, you got the hard names. Go for it.
Shai Gilligas Alexander.
Yep.
Could be something else. That's that's how I could read it. Or we could just go by SGA. So Luka Doncic, SGA, LeBron James, Kevin Durant,
Team captain LeBron
Nikola
James.
Jokic. Oh yeah, team captain LeBron James. Man,
Put
that's
some
crazy.
respect. Put some respect on
Forgetting.
LeBron.
I already have the asterisk on it.
Put some respect on LeBron.
Those are the starters. How do we feel on the starters?
uh, I think it's
I don't
fine.
think this can ever be changed.
I think it's fine. Yeah, I have no issues. I think it's perfect.
I like this.
I can't be mad at that. Yeah.
And then the reserves are Steph Curry,
Yup.
Devin Booker,
Yup.
Anthony Edwards,
Yup.
Paul George,
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard,
Okay.
Anthony Davis,
Okay.
and Karl Anthony Towns. I think.
Is it time to
Is
hate?
there any snubs in this?
Is it time to hate? Is it time to hate? Can we get
Who are you? Who are
can we
we
get
hitting
Cat
on?
out of there? Can we get Cat out of there? Can we get Cat out of there?
I mean, Cat has been having his best season yet.
Can we get Cat out of there? I know. It's just weird not seeing either of the Kings on there.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Kings are the Pelicans, and they're playoff contending teams.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not
But it's
taking,
just
I don't
like-
take anything away from Cat. Like I know he's been having like literally his best season ever, but Sabonis and Fox are nice, bro. Like I feel like I would take either of them over Cat for the All-Star. Personally.
No, I feel like they need their flowers because like Fox has been doing good. Sabonis is.
I was like, even if it was a positional thing for Fox, I still think Sabonis should be over him, in my opinion.
Definitely should be over.
Cat dropped 60 and lost. You should lose points for that.
Oh my god.
How are you gonna be the second seed? You dropped 60 and you lost to the Hornets. Your fault. No, I'm just kidding.
This
It's
is the
not
lowest in the fan votes, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
coaches and players voted for him.
probably.
It would have been sick for a rookie to get it. Like Chet or Wembanyama would have been
That
dope.
would be
Would
interesting.
have hella been dope.
I don't think Wembanyama's there yet, but Chet would have been interesting. But
I don't know. I feel like if Victor Wembanyama plays on a team full of players that are actually passing him the ball, I think his numbers would like go up, would elevate.
yeah, probably. But we're not there yet.
Not.
We're not there yet.
But if we're talking about playoff contending teams, obviously, like we said, Sabonis, but Pelicans too.
There are no Pelicans.
You could say Brandon Ingram. You could say Zion Wilson.
Brandon Ingram.
I don't know. I would say CJ McCollum, even though he scored like 20.
I would not say
points a game.
CJ McCollum. I would not put him in this
Back in Portland,
conversation.
yeah, I'll put him there. Nah.
I would not put his case up there. I think
So between the two teams that we're looking at, what were we gonna say? My bad.
so. Jamal Murray also got snubbed. I know he's not.
Oh,
He's not He's obviously he's not. He's not. I don't think he's having his best season or anything. But I mean, he's
not the
num-
same Jamal Murray we were looking from at the bubble.
Yeah, I mean, I still think he's good. I feel like
He's
he
having playoffs.
deserved a shout out. I think, even though I could see why he didn't make it, but I think he deserved the shout.
Respectfully, he's him in the playoffs in the bubble.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I wouldn't put him there.
I mean he's on 21 points, 6 assists, and 41% from three. Like I think it's all-star worthy, but seeing who made it over him, like I'm not mad he didn't make it. But like he
No,
just
I'm
he just
definitely not
deserved
mad. Like,
deserved a shout out. But
The list is almost perfect.
yeah.
There's no players on the.
Yeah. I think it's crazy. 'Cause apparently, Fox is averaging, because he was the first guy I thought of, 27 points, 4 rebounds, 5.5 assists. And he's as the number one option on the team, and he didn't make it. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks. Like I can't replace any other player besides Cat. And if we're talking about positions wise, like they do have
positional. If it has to be by position,
2 forwards and 2 bigs.
If it has to be by position, then I can't be mad at Kev being there.
But besides Cat being there, there's literally Sabonis.
Oh yeah, it's Sabonis. I think it should be Sabonis, but I get why Cat's there. But personally, if a king had to make it, I think you take off Towns and then add a king. But I get it though. We got.
What do you think? Who do you think would win this game, though? What are your predictions?
Okay, well,
on the winning?
As an all-star game, I can't even predict. But I think if this is just a game, assuming both teams are fully, I don't know what do we do with the East, because they need to put reserves in. Oh, I'm just gonna assume everyone's healthy. I'll just assume everyone's healthy, because it's easier that way.
Okay.
Because then I'd have to be like, well, who's playing instead of Joel Embiid? And then it's just that's too much.
Bam Adebayo.
That's way different from Joel Embiid. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna pick the West, because I think that they're just all those players, all their top players are just way more proven than the East's top players. In my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Like, they have LeBron, KD, and Jokic and Doncic. Like, bro. Like, I know who the East has, but I think that what the West has in terms of the starters is just way better than what the East has, personally.
Do you think if they had to draft again, do you think it would be more evened out or no?
I mean, probably. I mean, I don't know. Because LeBron and Giannis just draft whoever. It doesn't matter. They draft whoever. I
feel like LeBron always
wins.
And then Giannis beat him last year?
Yeah, I think that was the first time, though.
Yeah, and then I didn't like when KD was drafting, he couldn't even play.
Yeah. That was weird.
Like, what was the point in that? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
If you're not playing, let someone else pick.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. I think the draft is fun, though. I think it's just a fun little thing to do. It's just a fun little thing to do. I like to watch it too. Yeah, I don't think them drafting would change who would win, though. I think it would still be pretty much 50-50. They could just be drafting bullshit. They just be drafting bullshit, and then it'd just be like whatever. So I don't know. But I do think the West is. There's a reason the West is way stronger than the East, though, in my opinion. Like, in terms of the conferences, I think there's a reason for that. Yeah. So I would definitely pick the West.
100% the West.
Yeah.
We got some dogs out here.
Bro, they're all
I've never seen Joel Embiid go against Nikola Jokic in his hometown.
I haven't seen him play him in 4 years.
I think they played together in Philly, but when the Sixers go to the Nuggets, Joel Embiid never shows up.
That's what I'm saying. There's dogs in the West, man.
With the like how I said it with the lineups, I think I got all the West starters.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dogging the East.
Oh, it's not even close. Even if you replace,
Jason Tatum could. He could guard LeBron, but still.
I mean, I guess so. I'll say, even if you replace Dame with Jalen Brunson, that's not gonna save you.
It's not gonna change this. It's not gonna change the fact.
It ain't gonna save the.
It's not gonna move the needle for me to change my mind.
Right. Bro, LeBron, KD, and Jokic. That is like that. That's so dirty.
Now you got Shy and Luka on that too,
bro. As I say, they're all tall. They're all tall. They're all tall and lanky. Well, not lanky. LeBron and Jokic aren't lanky. They're big. They're all big or lanky.
Like the amount of offense of that lineup is insane. Like there's
Yeah,
defense on the East, but it's not gonna change my mind.
it won't change
Even
anything.
if Joel Embiid doesn't play, it's not gonna change my mind.
Bro, they have it's like the East guards are two of like the worst defensive guards in the league.
What? You don't think Halliburton's a good defense player?
Bro, don't look at his defensive stats. Don't look.
What?
I know defensive stats are flawed, but no one that watches Pacer games will tell you he's a good defender. Nobody. No one will tell you that. Halliburton is not a good defender. He's just super good at everything else he does, which is fine. He's like one of my favorite
He had
players.
steals. He had 2 blocks last game.
Okay, but that's not. I'm not gonna use that as an
Let me see
indicator
this.
that he's a good defender. I
Uh,
think he has the tools for it, but I don't think he's there yet.
he's a solid defender.
He could be better. He could be a lot better, a lot better. That's what I'm saying. I think. I think he can be a good defender. He has the size, but I don't think he's good on defense right now. I don't think Pacers fans would disagree with me. I don't fully
Right.
trust defensive advanced stats or anything like that, but his defensive like his defensive stats are not good.
There's not a lot of defense besides that from there. Then I
Yeah,
don't see Jalen Brunson as a defender. I don't see
no,
Tyrese.
that's what I'm
Tyrese
saying.
Maxey is pretty good,
Yeah,
but
I'm
then
saying like just
Donovan Mitchell.
in general, their guards are not good defenders. Just generally speaking.
Yeah. And if you think about it, it's an All-Star game. They're not gonna play that much defense.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But
It
the
doesn't
only way
matter.
the East, in my mind, could win, Tyrese and Giannis together. I
That'd be
think
fun.
that's crazy. That's gonna be Kobe and Shaq right there in the All Star game.
That'd be fun.
But West All Stars, that's the dream team of all time
Yeah.
of the
I mean,
West.
like I said, if this was a real game, I'm taking the West every time. But in an All-Star game, it's anybody's game.
Yeah, if this was the finals today, I'm betting everything. I'm selling all the cars. I'm selling all the house, and I'm putting it on the West. I don't think they could lose.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how
definitely.
much I have. That's how much confidence I have in the West.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a long series. It'd be over.
Sweep.
It'd be over in like.
Maybe one loss, but
I think the East could get a game just because they're good enough to get a game. But I. No, but
But
that
how many rings do you see in the East
It's true.
besides Giannis's one?
True. No, it is. He's the only one.
There's a lot of
Oh,
finals
Bam has one.
appearances,
Bam has
maybe.
one. Oh no, he doesn't. I thought Bam had one.
No,
I thought the
there's
Heat won one. They
there's
just.
a bunch of finals appearances.
Yeah.
At least
They got one.
on the West.
They got one. That's what I'm saying.
On the West, there's a lot of chips on that team.
Well, I think the team is just good enough that there's a game where they all click and they would win. They're good
Yeah.
enough for that. They get one. They can get one. The team is still nice. I just don't think they have any chance to win a series. They get one though.
Oh.
Just one.
Are we gonna talk about the dunk contest and
I thought
3-point
about. I mean,
shootout?
I was
I
gonna.
don't
I
care
don't
about
know.
the Rising Stars.
I said, did they announce anybody or everybody for all those contests yet? I know they announced some of the 3-point shooters. I don't know if they released everybody though. Let me see this.
The Rising Stars were revealed. I don't know.
The All Star
Oh.
Skills Challenge is the only one they've announced is Victor, so they're still announcing people. So maybe we just wait.
I thought Chet's in there too.
This thing says that the only person that's been confirmed is Victor, according to Shams. Mr. Shams Sharania. So, I think
All right, the slam dunk contest is still open, but we can talk about the 3-point contest.
Sure. I'll take. So it's Damian Lillard, Tyrese Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, Malik Beasley, also from the Bucks, Jalen Brunson, and Lauri Markkanen. I'm just gonna take Tyrese.
Did you say Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking Tyrese just
You
because.
want to take Tyrese?
I'm taking Tyrese with his nasty ass shooting form, busted ass shooting form.
That's what I was thinking about. I was like,
The form is nasty, but the shot is clean.
the shot is clean.
He's nice. He's nice.
But
Who you got?
standing still, shooting threes.
Who you got?
It's kind of hard. I want to put Tyrese Halliburton too.
Hey man, that's my goat.
I don't. Did Dame win one?
Well, Dame won last year.
But like if Dame does good in this 3-point contest, his number is gonna go
yeah, I
up.
was gonna say this is the turnaround he
practice.
needed. Yeah, this is the shift. This is the comeback. This will get him. This is the get right. This is the get right game.
Yeah, because if he loses, he's working. He's gonna be in the gym working on this 3 game again.
Hey man, if it turns his shooting percentages around, hey bro, dude, do what you need to do to get back on track, bro. Because he has not been playing well recently. Yeah, he's shooting 31% from 3 and 41% from the field in his last 10. Whatever you need to do to get back, get back, bro.
You gotta beat this game right here.
Get back in the 3-point contest, bro. Whatever you got to do, bro.
I was really busy looking for you guys.
I think he's shooting well at least. I think, or decently well. I think it's just pretty much all he's asked to do, which is fine. In his last 10, he's 32% from 3, but on the season he's 45%. So, you know, besides the recent games, he's been doing good, but Dame has not been doing good for like almost the whole season. So, I'm much more concerned about Dame than Malik Beasley. It's fine with me.
For some reason, like my mind's telling me Damian or Malik Beasley is not gonna win.
Hey, bro. Like I said, if it gets them on the right track, light it up.
Hope so.
Get your confidence back.
I feel like Lauri Markkanen's a dark horse.
I was gonna say I think if I didn't pick Tyrese, I was gonna pick Lauri. I like Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, I feel like it's Tyrese. Tyrese, I think he's gonna get it.
I hope so. It'd be funny to watch him with that form. I'd be down.
You want to just talk about who do you think is a dark horse in the league real quick? You just name a team.
Let's see what we got. I think my dark horse. I mean, I've talked enough about the Pacers, but if I was gonna pick a team, it'd be the Pacers. But I've talked enough about the Pacers, so I'm gonna pick a different team. I mean, the Heat are an 8th seed, but like, nobody likes playing them in the playoffs, anyways. So, I don't know if they actually count as a dark horse, but I think I would say
I'm looking at the East right now.
Yeah, I'd say the Heat, but
the Hawks know. The Hawks know if they let go of DeJounte, no.
I'll say the Pelicans. I think I honestly still don't know what they are. I'll be honest. I don't really know what they are, but who knows? Healthy Zion in the playoffs, maybe it'll go crazy. I think I'll pick the Pelicans, man. I'll say I think Pelicans have a chance to do something crazy this year.
I'm stuck between 2 on the West, which is the Mavs and the Lakers.
Okay.
The Mavs own the Suns in the playoffs. Any game.
Right.
But I got them as a dark horse. The Lakers, that's another dark horse because they do well in the playoffs, just not in the regular season.
Right. Yeah.
But for the East, like there's a team that moves me from after the Heat and down. Like as much as I follow the Bulls, they don't
Yeah,
move
no,
me because they're dysfunctional.
no,
The Hawks,
no,
I don't know what's going on.
no.
I
There's
thought
no
they'd do way
chance.
better.
There's no chance.
Like if this was the beginning of the season, I would have said the Nets. But right
Okay,
now,
that's fair. I'm with it.
like I don't even want to put Magic as dark horse.
I don't believe in the
It's the
Magic.
only team in my mind that could be a dark horse.
I
They
don't.
do it every year
Yeah,
from getting Jimmy Butler.
yeah. I was like, it feels weird to even
So
pick
yeah,
them as a dark horse because everyone already knows. Everyone already knows who they are at this point. It's like you don't want to play them in the playoffs.
yeah. So I guess the team I think that's gonna make it is the Pacers. If
So
Halliburton is healthy, dark horse Heat
yeah,
team to make it out the West. If you count the top, like if I said okay on the West, if you count the top 4 teams as the dark horse, I would have been like, oh, the Clippers. But to make
yeah. I
finals,
don't.
the
Yeah, that's
Nuggets,
not. That's not what dark horse means though.
it's not. So
Yeah. So yeah, I get you though. But I'm gonna say Pelicans. I'm gonna say Pelicans.
Pelicans,
I'm gonna say
I'm
Pelicans.
sticking to Mavs Lakers. They're like in between.
They might knock each other out of the playoffs. The play-in.
Oh, that's if let's say the playoffs have to happen right now. The Mavs, if the Mavs beat the Pelicans have to play the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm saying that the Lakers and Mavs might end up playing each other for the last play-in spot. Possibly.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope the Mavs just beat the Pelicans and get that 7. The Lakers beat the Pelicans. Like I have no disrespect to Pelican fans, or it's just I don't see it. I
No,
don't
that's
see
fine.
what's so good about the Pelicans. They had an explosive win. They had a crazy win against the Spurs, and the Spurs is in the bottom seed of the team or the league.
Alright. Amen. That's why it's a dark horse, bro. You
I
never know.
mean, this is my final take on dark horses. If this was the beginning of the season, I said the Nets. I just thought about it. I had Pistons at like 10 seed.
You had the Rockets out there as the 4th seed.
Hey, to the Rockets fans, you know I'm trying to vote for y'all. I do like Ime as a coach. I like the pickups of what's going on. Jalen Green, your boy, is not doing that good. My Filipino brother, what's going on? I feel like he needs to get traded and understand his value.
Yeah. Well,
Like, look at Jordan Clarkson. He's doing pretty good.
that's the GOAT. That's the OG. That's the
He's
first
the
one.
real one.
That's the first one. That's the first one. That's the first Filipino.
Did you know what Jalen Green's name was when he got drafted?
No.
His nickname was Filipino Prodigy or Pinoy Prodigy.
That's crazy.
Like, we have Jordan Clarkson, dog. He literally plays for the Philippines
Right,
when we
yeah,
do
yeah.
the World Cup.
Yeah. I'll say that's the
How
guy.
he's not? How is he not the Filipino Prodigy?
That's the guy.
He's the chosen one for the Philippines.
That's what I'm saying. He's the OG. he's
Like
the
another
guy.
player. Where's Kai Sotto?
I was talking to my dad about Kai Sotto like recently. He's
Really?
like, are there any Filipino players? I'm like, there's one full Filipino guy, Kai Sotto. He's like in the
Where
G
is
League.
he?
I think I don't know if he's still in the G League, but he was on a team, or he was at Summer League.
Bro, I was so mad. I was watching the summer league game, and it's like the Magic are refusing to play him, and they literally drafted him. Why? Oh, he undrafted,
Oh, they hate us,
or
man.
they literally picked him up. But like, if you pick up a player, make sure you play these guys, so you understand what they can do. Like you can see them in practice, but in the game, it's different. Ask Allen Iverson about practicing games.
All right. I think
Yeah, that's about it.
we're ending it on the Kai Soto convo. We should bring him up every
Ending
week.
it
We
on
should find him.
Filipinos.
We should find a way to bring him up every week. That should be our intro. It should be a Kai Soto checkup.
Kai Soto checkup.
Every week we start off just see if there's any updates on Kai Soto.
I think we should end it up on our Filipinos. Because that's basically how we're ending it right here.
All right, you want to do that?
Yeah, but you can do it. I started. Might as well you like.
All right. So yeah, we're ending it on that. Shout out to all the Filipinos, man. I don't know if we're doing this weekly, bi-weekly. I don't know. We'll see. Bebo. We'll figure out a schedule. Might get another host in here. We'll see what happens. We got plans. Like I said, we got some guests coming up too. We got lots of ideas, man. You can never talk too much ball. Obviously, we'll bring up we'll get our sneaker talk in. Talk about the soles. But yeah, thank y'all for listening. This has been Hooper Soul Podcast. I am Jacob. It's my host.
I'm PJ.
We'll catch y'all next time.